Welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about a feature in Tracker that allows you to enable pointing on bugs and chores. This is something that by default is not checked. So I've gone into my project and clicked on More, and I'm on the project settings. If you scroll down, you'll see a setting, bugs and chores may be given points. You'll also see that this is strongly discouraged. There's a couple reasons for that. One is within Tracker, we tend to think of feature stories as the things that deliver value to our end users. Feature stories are pieces of functionality that we are doing in order to benefit our stakeholders or to benefit our customers. Bugs are, while they do benefit the user because we're fixing something that we shouldn't have broken in the first place. And chores are typically things that we are doing on the back end. Chores could be things like setting up a sandbox for testing or upgrading things in our development environment, setting up versioning. Chores are typically things that don't benefit our end users or our stakeholders. And because those are things that don't deliver value, they tend to be things that, on the Tracker team at least, that we don't point. But other teams take a different perspective on this. And because anything that their developers are working on, they want to have pointed because they want to see the full work that their developers are doing, or the full velocity that their developers are working on instead of only features. So this choice is up to you. Should you choose to check this, and another reason that this is strongly discouraged is if you check this box and click Save, as I'm about to do, and the reason that it's giving you this warning is that it's somewhat difficult to undo. So I have now saved that setting, but once you have enabled this, if you choose to go back later, the only way to go back will be to remove the point values on any bugs and chores that you have added it to, including any that have been finished. Let me show you what I mean. So with that checked, and I have now saved, if I go back into my stories and I go into a bug, you'll see that now my bugs and chores have the ability to estimate them. And in fact, I have to estimate them in order to work on them. So here I've got a chore. So I'm going to estimate it. I will start it, and then I will finish my chore. And now that chore is done. And then I will take this bug and I will put an estimate on that. And perhaps we've started the bug too. And let's say that time has gone by and we've used this project and we've estimated all our bugs and chores, and then we decide we want to turn this setting off. In order to turn this off, you'll see that right now it's grayed out and I don't have the ability to uncheck that setting. I have to go back to my stories and I have to go back to my bug, and I need to actually unstart it so that I can unestimate it. And the only way to unestimate it is to unstart the story, including the one that was already finished. So I need to come back to my finished one and unstart it. And then I can unestimate this one as well. Now that that's done, and in this case we only had the two, I can come in, turn that off, and save my project. And now I've disabled it. So that's really the main reason that you see a warning there. If you have already turned on estimating bugs and chores and you want to undo it, the easiest way to undo it is to probably export your project. So export all of your done stories and all of your icebox. So export all of those, and then you'll be able to update them in the CSV and then import them back in, and that's a much easier way to do it if you have more than just the two that I did. But that's a little bit on the pointing bugs and chores and how you can undo it. But you'll see that now that I've undone it, I no longer have the option to put points on my bugs and chores because that setting now has been turned off. and now I can simply start it without putting an estimate on those. So I hope this video has been useful, and please do watch our other videos to learn even more.